Edgewater's in the middle of nowhere. I'm gonna hazard a guess you don't actually have a contact.
Well, excuse me. What I meant was I'm going to get a contact.
Uh-huh.
Didn't know I had to be all prissy about my grammar around you.
It's not grammar, it's stretching the truth. Or lying. Well, it seems simple enough. I killed them all over there anyway.
If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
Please don't. I'll better get going. There's always one more thing to do. Always one more thing to do around here. God, I need to sleep. You know what? See, we were having this conversation before. I'm going to prove my point by jumping back over this fence. Get on this rock. Oh, can I get on this rock? That's a very slippery rock. Come on, rock. Okay, no, I can't climb on that rock, but I'm going to prove my point. I mean, there's just a hole in the fence. I could literally just walk in. That's how I got in the first time. Right. Oh, no, this seems perfect. Yeah. There's no point having that electric gate. No point at all. Or that one. Now. Well, I get we're going back in here. Geothermal plants. Logic? Maybe that mark is pointing somewhere down below. Right. Oh, it's the little... What are they called again? Sprats. Where's... Okay, I think we need to go back up here. How do we get up there again?
No one saw me trip over that, right?
I didn't. I now know you did trip over something. I wouldn't have known if you just kept your mouth shut. Logic module. Oh, hello. Another light machine gun. Security Chief's keycard. Use it to open a door somewhere in the facility. Do I need this keycard? Oh, this door. Oh. Okay. Don't know if this was worth... Oh. One of the corrupted modules. Yeah, this... I don't really know if these are good examples of the modules, because they were purposefully wired up to kill these people. Ludwig. Done a lot of running for you. You better be grateful.
It's been dark a while now.
Yeah. No, you...
Could be a mechanical trying to sabotage us.
It's not. You say this every time. You mentioned a logic module. I've got one.
Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform.
Don't have a uniform.
Oh, well, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform.
Whatever keeps you happy.
This is it, then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes.
Whatever keeps you happy.
I would reward you with the gratitude of the resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile.
Yes.
So here's a couple bits for your trouble.
Oh.
And a little something to remember me by.
No. You just give me the bit cartridges and the shock stick? Okay, right. I didn't want you to lean in and... I had a near miss with a bit of charm action before. You take care. Right. Now it's time to get out of here. But let's level up first. Do I get a perk point? I do not have a perk point. Oh, okay. Drug addiction withdrawal. Oh, right. Time to find out. Right. Okay. I gotta keep an eye on that. So, skills. I've got 10 points. Melee, no point. Defense. Increases dodge and block. Which I'm really not using anything of. Dodge protection, armor rating, Plus 30% for 5 seconds after every dodge. That's quite a way up, though. It really is built around melee, the defense skill, I think. Dialogue, though. I think dialogue is what I want next. We'll put 4 points into leadership, because if I get determination, the inhaler heals my companion as well. And let's go into the rest into dialogue. Excellent. And let's get back to the unreliable. We've got to start. Oh, right. Time to install the power regulator. It's a good thing we've got Parvati with us. I presume you're coming with me then, Parvati. Oh, which I'm glad for. Could do with an engineer. I suppose you're out of a job. There she is, over the horizon, I think. Yes. Yes, it is. Right, see you. Take care. I'm sorry about the town and the lack of power. I wonder what Phineas is going to think about all of this. I mean, he's kind of an anti-corporation kind of guy, so he's probably loving it. So, there was... Can I get down to the waterfront? I promise, I'm going to get you off this planet, Vicar. One thing you've got to know is that I am easily distracted by a lot of things. Most often when I think there's loot to be had. Oh, there's another downed ship. There's a lot of downed ships in the area. Can I swim? No? You know what? I don't want to swim. I don't want to get soaking wet. What am I thinking? He says as he considers wading up the river. Let's not do that. Well, there was a couple of bandit camps on the way to town. Oh. Hello. Oh, hello!
Don't mess with us!
You know what? I quite like having a third gun around. Precision Spectrum Magnification Monolens. Engineering +5. What were you? Burying somebody or digging somebody up? Oh, well... Parvati, do you want the +5 engineering? Or should I just keep it for my... We'll check that when we get back to the ship. Right now it is lower armor. Yeah, this is where the bandits were. You know what? Let's just go in and shoot them up, shall we? A little bonding exercise.
Not a peep for me.
Yep. Atta girl. You too, Max. You follow her lead.
Here we go!
That's it. Get in there. Oh.
Everyone all right?
I'm all right. Nice. Well done. We executed that really well. Oh. They really do like sprats. Well, they are in abundance. I'm surprised they've not tried to take off with my ship. Oh, I'm not going to have marauders waiting for me on the ship, am I? It's gone for like a couple of days tops. Ada? Not heard from Ada in a while. Could she communicate with me when I'm not on board the ship?
Is
Oh.
this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Is
Isn't she
have a name yet?
just?
What's her drive model?
A drive
Oh.
model? Not a clue.
Gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew.
Welcome to the crew,
Edgewater won't
Parvati.
last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.
Oh, what? No? No. Why? Those deserters left Edgewater behind. There's nothing keeping you from doing the same. I imagine you're telling me this because you want me to convince you to come.
I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice.
Well, now you
I
do.
want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you?
Yes.
I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing.
Parvati,
And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
even if I knew how to keep the ship running on my own, I would still say yes, because I like having you around. I'd be glad to have you along. Pick a cabin, it's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister.
I know I won't.
Captain. I can call you Captain now.
That you can.
I got a captain.
I think you called me Captain before, though. Yes, you don't have to call me Captain. You can just call me Gavin. Or Captain... what was my name? Oh, sugar, I've forgotten the name. Hawthorne, Captain Hawthorne, Gavin Hawthorne. Hey, my name's not Gavin, but people call me Gav. That's why I keep saying Gav. Right, no, they don't care. Ada, I'm back.
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise.
Do you?
What can I do for you, Captain?
That was an odd thing to say. Well, I've got the power regulator. I presume I just go into the engines and pop it straight in.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Yes, I know what I'm doing.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure.
Let's hope that doesn't happen anytime soon.
Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Right. I'll be back. Max, you don't need to follow me, do you? We're on board the ship now. Are we all coming? What is that? Oh, that leads to the crew quarters. Right. Bingo. We good? That's a bit quieter. You don't both need to follow me. You can come make yourselves at home. I suppose all the crew quarters are actually locked still. Ada, can you do a diagnostic for me?
What can I do for you, Captain?
It's plugged in. We're all ready to go.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters.
Excellent.
I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Oh, yeah, it will. Let's get the hell out of here.
A communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Oh, sugar, him. What do we do? What do we do? Oh, we can't just ignore it, can we? Well, I hope it's quick.
Based on my initial calculations of Dr. Wells's personality, that seems highly unlikely.
There you are.
Hi.
Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship.
Yep.
I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Oh, you lost track of me in the cave. I've been feeling a little lightheaded. Also, I can slow down time. Or at least my perception of time.
Yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine.
Okay.
What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists.
Okay.
Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
So there's a lot of hoops to go through to get to Stellar Bay then, and it sounds like if we want to make... Well, if we want to make sure that no other town like Edgewater ends up the way of Edgewater, people struggling and suffering and some fat-fingered fool pushing the wrong button to turn off their power, we've got to defrost these colonists and hope that they also don't fat-finger buttons. Why do I need a nav key to land on a planet exactly?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon.
Okay.
Terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it.
Will I?
Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation.
Ada.
Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions.
Okay.
The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kalkelly.
Why have they been confiscating them then? Okay, what's stopping me from just leaving Halcyon though?
Without a skip drive, good luck.
Oh.
You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all
Right.
skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together.
Right.
None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place. And we can start by reviving the hope.
So we are just trapped out here then. Kind of makes the Earth Authority seem kind of pointless. We can't go home. Well, that's something to digest. How do we know we can trust this Gladys person?
Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
Fair enough, I just gotta take your word for it. Can't I just land somewhere outside Stellar Bay, though? Or is this gonna go back to, oh, you need the nav key?
In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb.
Oh, no, I'm not about that.
You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia.
I'm not.
And I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Kalkelly.
Right, I'll go have a word with Gladys then.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Oh, captain's quarters! What even is the holographic shroud?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another.
Okay.
It has limits. First-generation technology, you see. But promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
Interesting. You mentioned it's got limitations.
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely.
Oh, so it's...
Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example.
Oh, I could have used that back in the...
Maintain your distance.
cannery.
Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't
Okay.
draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
Okay. Couldn't I just steal a uniform and do the same thing?
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise?
I mean, just put a helmet
The
on.
holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath.
Oh. Oh. How does it sweeten my breath? How does a hologram sweeten the breath?
Science, that's how.
Fantastic, thank you for that explanation. But will people actually fall for this? It seems far-fetched.
Ha 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 ha! The beauty is they don't expect it. The shroud is the only one of its kind. We humans have a tendency to overlook the unexpected. Activate the disguise, walk past someone. What do they see? A figure dressed like a fellow employee. Don't act odd. They won't focus on you.
Then I put on a disguise. I could just put on a helmet and, and I would... somebody dressed as a fellow employee. Not just looking like I am dressed like, oh, I'll put it to good use.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab.
In your lab?
And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Okay, I've got it. Thank you, Ada. I won't do that right now, though. I do kind of... Oh. Ah, the ring that we could see from the surface. That's pretty magical. The unreliable navigation term... Wait, maybe we should call the ship something else. I do like it, though. It's got a bit of charm. Can I... Edgewater landing. Okay, so that's just a land. Yeah, no, thank you. Oh, Parvati, you're making yourself at home.
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now.
I'm glad.
I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it?
If you say so. You could probably just sit in your cabin and now it's just as cozy, but I think it's time you move along. No, I'm not sending her away. What do you think of the ship?
That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
Yes, this is Ada. This is the ship's computer. Is it intelligent? Well, I'm not going to insult the lady who flies our ship. Apparently Ada's the one who actually does fly our ship, by the way, Parvati.
Fly-by-wire's pretty normal. Or leastways, that's what I read in the trades. I've never been on a real ship before. Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Look, you don't need to talk like that.
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
Yeah, she did.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing.
Ada, Parvati will be fixing you from now on, so I expect you both to cooperate.
I am at your disposal, Ms. Parvati. You will find the technical schematics in the engineer's locker, though I'm afraid Captain Hawthorne has lost the owner's manual.
Oh.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches.
Awesome.
You can do that, My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch.
Oh, awesome. You'll have to make me one of those. Did you learn your trade from... Oh, you did learn your trade from your father. You just said. It sounded like it when you talked to Reed. To Reed? Which one was Reed? Oh. Reed Thompson.
Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was.
A horrible person. I don't see the humor.
He meant funny as in odd.
Well, he's...
It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us.
Oh, so... They thought it was nepotism. Your father got you into the engineering. You actually... Why would people even be unhappy about it in the first place?
because they were hoping their own kid would get the job and get sent back to Edgewater.
Oh.
When folk go away for schooling, they don't get back to where they begun. Not usually. You go straight to your first job, wherever the company's got an opening.
That's unbelievably cruel, really. You don't get to choose your life. You are slaves. You are slaves to corporations.
Well, it ain't exactly cruel to have the promise of a paying job. And that's all it is. You go where the company needs you. Where your skills do the most good.
Well, you are actually good at this. You do enjoy it, which I'm glad for.
Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling.
Neither did I, really. So after school, you went straight back to Edgewater.
Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug.
Aw.
I'd noticed straight away that he was moving slower. And stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed.
Did you get much time with him after you came back from school?
About a year. I tried to do more of the work, so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects, or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh. Look at the time. Sorry to bend your ears so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape.
Yeah, I'll let you get to it, and this kind of brought up some unexpected things for you, didn't it? I better get going. Guess we'll go find where Father Max is. Did you open the door again? Oh, but the captain's quarters. Let's go find them. Is this it? Yes. Oh, I got a tree. So like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots. Adelaide. Oh, so Adelaide gave this to me. Because she likes me. For accidentally pushing the wrong button. Oh, I still can't get over that. Oh, a sentry saber. Holographic shroud. The holographic shroud projects a disguise on you and your companions that gives you access to restricted areas. Provided you have the correct ID cartridges for that area. Restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel and otherwise result in being attacked on sight. I was kind of expecting a bigger bed. Welcome, Captain. Messages for Alex Hawthorne. I guess that's me now. Let's start with the archived messages. A lot from Hugh Bedford. Dearest Alex, I can't tell you how pleased I am to finally hear from you. Your message was hilarious. I'm delighted by your sense of humour and the tale of your hijinks. I hope your terminal will cooperate for the foreseeable future. By the way, I'm scraping Groundbreaker's comms network for tasty tidbits, and I noticed you declined to dock at Edgewater's landing pad and instead touched down in the wilderness. You rugged individualist, you. I only pray that the idiot Thompson wasn't giving you any trouble. Anyway, I hope your meeting down on Terra 2 proves fruitful, and I look forward to corresponding with greater regularity. Your best friend, Udom. Alex, don't know where you were raised, but I'd hazard a guess it may have been a barn, because anyone with a modicum of decent rearing would know it's unforgivably rude to ignore the adherent sincerest messages of one's friends. Best, Udom. P.S. Respond. Dearest Alex, hello, hope this finds you well. It was a pleasure to see you in my office again last week. Once again, I'm terribly sorry about the impounding mix-up. How could it have happened to us at second time? Terminals these days, I swear. Dreadfully unreliable. Aha, just like your ship. I hope you've given some thought to that thing we discussed. You know, about the Wells fellow. Phineas Wells. I'm so sorry to press, but I have the strangest tickling feeling that you really do know him. And if you could just tell me where he is, well, it would be a marvellous for our friendship, wouldn't it? Look forward to seeing you again, wingman. Your dear friend, Udom. Dear Alex, hello, Udom here. Udom Bedford. We met again. Oh, when I accidentally impounded your ship. My silly fat fingers embarrassing me once again. Yeah, that's happened to me too. I hope that wasn't too terribly inconvenient for you. It was such a pleasure for me, and tremendously appreciate your forbearance in not throttling me. You really are quite the gentleman. If you're ever in Groundbreaker's airspace, well, space, please don't hesitate to look me up. The Lost Hope serves Spectrum vodka. Perhaps we could try every colour. You know, really tie one on. Your new friend Udon. Oh, so I read this backwards. Should we message this guy back? Sent messages. Oh, wait, logs. No. Return to route. Messages. Sent. To you, Bedford. Look, there's no call for shouting. My terminal was busted. Had a few too many and might have knocked it off the desk. You know how it is. Sometimes you just gotta cut loose. I'm not telling you where Wells is, so lay off. Buy me a drink at Lost Hope. Next time I'm in, and I might forgive you. Oh, he was playing hard to get. Oh. Unread messages. From you, Bedford. Who would have thought? From Udon Wingman's Wingman Bedford. Alex Wingman Hawthorne. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to mention my previous message. Silly me. I'm mailing you a copy of my favourite serial, The Space Adventures of the Singularity Steel. It's about a dashing space pirate with a heart of, well, steel. It's not exactly board approved, so don't you go showing it around to your spacer buddies. I hope it will amuse you while you're out eventually. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. Winky face, winky face. This guy is a bit too keen. Okay, log 1. Shrink ray. Note to self, remember this later. No better. Ada, remind me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean continually. No, Ada, not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask me that? Back to my point, I saw in actuality with my own 2 eyes a sublimely powerful weapon in Wells' lab, just sitting there for the taking. If the grey hair were to look away or forget about it, maybe. Or if I had to ask a smidgen more nicely. He called it a shrink ray, but wouldn't tell me, or wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Said he was inspired to create the thing by the achievements of other scientists who dared to push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I had heard rumours of fantastical weapons like this one, weapons that push the boundaries of the mind and science's cutting edge. But I figured they were just stories, to be honest. Laying eyes on Wells' shrink ray firsthand is enough to make a fellow wonder if there's more to the rumours. More to be had. The hammer power. The last time I got sloshed, I was inviting at the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. Look, Udon was really free with the drinks. He seemed like an okay fellow. I shamelessly but subtly eavesdropped on 2 Mardettes yammering on about a mad scientist some years back who claimed he'd made a huge discovery that would change the face of the colony. Like, none of us have ever heard that one before. This isn't Phineas again, is it? But here's the good part. The Mardet said the mad scientist kept yelling on about Hammer's power or something. A strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat? Sure fits the bill. Could be another one of those weapons that inspired Wells. And the final entry, Black Market Leads. Why won't Wells just give me that shrink ray? Blast into the depths of the labyrinth and Tartarus and back. Like the records show, I did apologise for shouting him down 5 times, but architects be damned, it's just sitting there, neglected and gathering dust. I should have had commandeered it and thanked him without asking permission or breaking expensive equipment when he said it wasn't ready yet and that even if it were, he couldn't entrust it to someone like me. What does that even mean, I ask? That I'm not trustworthy enough? That I use it to wipe out the good, hard-working folks of the colony like some sort of moralist psycho? I'll admit to maintaining some questionable associations, but I follow a strict code of me, myself, and mine. What's not to respect in that? Exactly. Now I have to wait until Wells forgets or thinks he misplaced it. In the meantime, I've been tracking down additional rumours pertaining to these other science weapons through Halcyon. If gossip holds true, my next step will be to check with the black market merchants on Groundbreaker and in Fallbrook. Well, we're going to go see Gladys in Groundbreaker, aren't we? And I suppose we could go see Phineas at some point. Where's Max? Hello? There's no response from the automechanical unit. A serial number is etched in the chassis, including the letters Sam. Okay, I can't do anything with it. Created for a prank, Sam wore this sign for a week before Ada noticed and pointed it out to the janitorial unit, who placed it on the unit. However, remains a mystery. So is he active? Okay. I've got to figure out what to do with him. This is not a petunia. Petunia the plant. Oh. Okay. Whose room is this? This book is heavily dog-eared with doodles and margins, the modern steel wrench new. Full of modified tools and unique mechanical usages. Digging around in here would be an easy way to lose a finger to a sawtooth blade. Well, Parvati would probably have a lot of fun going through here. I'm going to take all this ammo. Hello. First wrench Dad ever gave me. She's been a friend ever since, Parvati. That's a nice looking wrench. Well, this is Parvati's room then. Oh, and this must be her dad. A stern older man with warm eyes. Oh, I've just stolen her ammo. Leave all this. These are her things. And this must be Father Max's room. On account of the purples, I presume. Or is this... Oh no, this is Vicar Max's room. That's nobody's room. The religious symbol on this flag denotes the Order of Scientific Inquiry. Oh, Order of Scientific Inquiry, the OSI. Interesting. These textbooks have been out of print for almost half a century. The margins are filled with scribbled notes, and many passages have been underlined. Some pages have come loose, the glue now yellowed and cracking along the spines of equity and equotations. The Journal of Maximilian de Soto, Volume 1. The scribbling of these journal pages are utterly illegible to anyone except Vicar Maximilian de Soto. He's got his own bit of shorthand there. Heavy ammo. Index of banned literature. Various qualifying considerations. Principal rules of restrictive management. Part 3. Morals and maxims of banned and ethical literature. Part 4. Proof of the Grand Architect and Predestination. A refutation of the titles listed here within. Consequences, the mind and the will of men when led astray. Official lists of banned titles. Prerequisites for advancing the investigation. Outing and penalising offenders. Well, that's a nice bit of furniture. Where did you bring this along from? Your old quarters? Tossball trading card. In mint condition, most of these cards represent players from the Hephaestos Hammers and the Tilebackers. The Art of Science of Tossball. Impossible to put me down. The Order of Scientific Inquiry. Office of Literature. This endorsement has been approved by Auntie Cleo's Darlings. Signed by Seymour Whitlock, who held the record for most on-the-field fatalities for 3 consecutive seasons. Oh, okay. I can't read that. Max.
I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime.
We are not on a colony anymore.
So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening.
Oh. Well, any ideas where we can find someone that speaks French for your book?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous
Associate.
philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
The prisoner? The prisoner that told you about the book? So one guy in this whole colony can translate French.
The only one I'm aware of. I suppose we could always just ask random passers-by if they are fluent in it.
Yeah, no, I see your point. That's a good point. Point taken.
We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch.
Hephaestus, okay, that's how you pronounce that.
All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
You think that would be more secure? How will... Well, how is it that a simple vicar is such a highly skilled hacker? I'm not going to let this go, Max. I know you're more than you're letting on.
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Were you... See, you played prison yard tossball, so I'm kind of getting an idea that you were a prisoner and not just somebody who worked there. Well, how... Well, I guess you're just going to check the manifest. Well, it sounds like a plan, though.
Thank you, Captain.
You're welcome. Oh, oh, what? That is an awesome window. Right by the bed. Oh, and this one's got one too. Obviously, my bed doesn't have a window like that, but I suppose I do have a massive front-facing window. Okay, we've got another empty room with a cutlass. Old saber, what doesn't kill you gives you tetanus. Who wrote that? It's a very pretty planet. I could transfer like aid things I've got on me. Should I do that? Let's store all of these consumables. There's everything in the fridge. Now. Oh, Adrena time. Liquid caffeine with boosters. High movement speed, weapon melee speed. All attributes minus... Oh, no, thank you. Spaces chore. Tarmac and cheese. It's not real tarmac or real cheese. Carbohydrates, though. 200% natural health regen. Take those. I'll take the skin stuff. And... Trip teas. Assorted flavored teas brewed from tripicale leaves. I'll take that. Tomato flavored paste, a secret blend of 37 herbs, spices, and flavored additives. Base health. Base health. Oh, no, wait, is that base health? No, it is. Salt tuna. We'll take that for now. I don't think we're going to use too much more. Let's just put sugary drinks. Put those away. I just want everything in one fridge. Oh, there's no dart. There's no bullseye. It's just a ring for darts. Okay. What? Okay, that's what that is. Do we just blast that kind of waste into space? Hi, Ada. That's another door. No, you know, that's the engine room. I've just been down there. I guess we should probably start our heading soon. Let's see where we can actually go. Oh, okay, that's fancy. Phineas's lab. That's Terra 2, okay. So the Groundbreaker is a ship. Phineas's lab, an abandoned asteroid facility located in the rings of Terra 2. Repurposed into the experimental laboratory, living quarters, and hideout of Phineas Vernon Wells. Terra 2, an idyllic terrestrial planet, Halcyon's wealthiest elite live in the capital city, Byzantium, where the colony's labourers live in corporate-owned townships along the frontier. Oh, welcome to the system map. Here you can see all the planets of the system, as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location you've unlocked, though some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land there. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous and all employees are encouraged to remain at home or at work. We'll ignore that last bit.